So this is a 1997 Jeep Cherokee XJ rig walk-around for camping and overlanding, or however you want to call it. Whatever, that's what it is. First, we're going to go with the exterior. Of course, up top we have a light bar that came when I bought the vehicle. In front we have a winch. This is a Smitty-built XRC winch 12,000. I have no idea what model number or whatever, if that's the model number. It came with the vehicle that I bought it, and I actually used it for the first time yesterday, that you can see in a vlog that's around the same time uploaded that this video is. You can see me use that of pulling somebody in a regular sedan car out of the sand, and I'm glad that it did work, but I probably should have tested it before we did that so I know that it worked. Anyway, we have an aftermarket front bumper. Have no idea what it is. Came with the vehicle when it was there. I have for tires, they are Dick CPEC Trail Country, like all-terrain tires. These are my first tires, first experience with tires. This is my first vehicle, so how do they perform? I have no idea. This is my first trip that I went on with this vehicle, so this is a working rig walk around. So this is what I took first to kind of see what I can adjust from there. In the front, we have 3.5-inch coils that are Rubicon Express. We have Bilstein 5100 shocks. We have Rubicon Express lower control arms. In terms of steering, we have heavy duty cab fab 1-ton steering. We do also have a solid, aftermarket heavy duty front diff cover. There is an adjustable track bar that came with the vehicle. I have no idea what it is. I think it is Rubicon Express based on what the color of it was before. It was gray. There is a steering stabilizer on there. Have no idea what it was. It was on the vehicle beforehand, so I just put it on there with it. We do have sway bar disconnects that always stay disconnected, so I mean there's really no point for that. The reason why it is because they don't fit after I installed this other lift on it. Let's see, I actually do have a upgraded, I don't necessarily say upgraded, I have a different steering box that I had to change out. It's a redhead steering box. I didn't go remanufactured because those have bad reviews and people having to replace them all the time. Redhead was the next step up that people have had kind of mixed reviews. Have that in there. Working our way back. In the back rear leaf springs, we have Old Man Emu. They're like 3.5-inch springs, of course, with the Bilstein shocks. The reason why they're different, like Old Man Emu rears versus Rubicon Express fronts, is that Old Man Emu doesn't make 3.5-inch coils for the front. They make like 2.5, and then you have to use a spacer, and I didn't want to use a spacer, so I went that way. And the Old Man Emu are usually softer and a smoother ride or whatever, so I went with that. In the back, we have a hitch and all that wonderful stuff. Let's see here. I have a CV or whatever radio. I haven't even tested it. It's just a really long antenna out here, and yeah, that I have to test and try to figure out if that is what I want to use or if it is good enough. In the front, driver's seat. I usually keep my water bottle right here. My backpack for all filming stuff is right in between. In the glove box, there is the winch cable. In the front, we do have a CV radio, of course. And then in the middle, snacks and phones and knickknacks and paddywhacks and just whatever, what you put there. Then we go to the driver's side rear door or whatever. We have a cooler up top here. I don't like this cooler because it leaks, but it's the cooler that I had at home, so I'm just using it. It leaks out of the drain plug, so I may have to get another cooler so that I can not have to worry about it leaking. That's why it's positioned here and tilted up so it doesn't leak out. Here's a drinking water jug underneath, so behind the seats, in between the front seats and the rear seats on the floor, are all of my tools. That's where I keep all of my tools, and then some of them are underneath the rear seat. So that's where I just felt like was a good spot for them, just so that I can easily get to them if needed. Underneath this Gatorade cooler is my Pelican case, and that's for clothes. Let's head on over to the passenger. In the passenger side, this is where my girlfriend is, and she has snacks by her feet because we always need snacks. In the glove compartment, we have baby wipes and like headlights and lights, deck of cards in here. Just kind of stuff that you need quickly. That's what I felt like that we needed. I do also have, I forgot what these things are called. What are these called? Cotter pins. I have cotter pins in the front. That was just when I was working on my vehicle. I could probably put those in the back. Of course, I have the wheel stud thing in here in the glove box, but it's mainly lights that are in here and baby wipes for easy access. There isn't that many storage in the XJ, and that's kind of what the next kind of solution that I want to figure out. This thing is obviously broken. yeah, the XJ doesn't have any like side storage in the door or anything. It kind of sucks. So I was almost wanting to take out the whole center console and kind of customize something myself, or have somebody help me customize it for my needs. Behind the passenger, we have this huge, ginormous, like 4-inch memory foam mattress that's taken up this whole seat. Yes, it is overkill, but it is what I had available to me where I didn't have to go out. So I was like, if it fits, it ships, and we tried it out. So I would probably try to find a smaller one. It was nice because you're not feeling the ground when you're laying on it. But of course, I mean, with camping and sleeping bags, you're laying straight on the ground. But I like to be comfortable. So I may go with a smaller one or try to look for other alternatives. Like there's air mattresses and stuff, but I don't know. So it is a memory foam mattress topper. So it's like a 4-inch memory foam mattress topper. It is very big. It's taking up all this room. On top of it, that's where we put our pillows and kind of cram this in here. And then down at the bottom, this is where I keep all extra fluids and all of that. I could probably put those in the back somewhere, since you probably won't need those, hopefully. But, you know, I just put all my tools and all that stuff. I just know where everything is right there to grab. As far as the back, the trunk, this is where, of course, everything is stored. Right now it's a mess, but this is how it is. So on the bottom, we have my spare tire. I don't have a rear tire swing out. I don't really need an aftermarket bumper. I don't really want one. I don't really see it being necessary. It's just gonna add weight. What I have seen somebody do is that they've drilled a hole in their stock bumper and like mounted it to the frame or the whatever, mounted it to the vehicle somehow, and was able to make a tire mount that way. And I would love for that to happen, but you know, that's fabrication that I would have to figure out how to do. But I'm trying to see if I can get away with keeping the tire just in there. But I would probably like to get the tire out to get more space in here, but I don't want to fit a lot more stuff in there. So in the tire, there's like kind of a hole, of course, in the rim. I put dirty clothes in there. Above the tire, there is a big foldable table. It is big. I probably could get away with a smaller table, but you know, it's nice having a big table. On top of the table, this is where we keep our camping chairs. And there's a bin in here with all of our kitchen necessities or any knickknacks that we need for that. On top of all this, there's a huge tent. If you want to see what this tent is, in that video I mentioned previously, it's all linked in here. You can see us set that up and talk about it kind of. I will probably put out a review for this tent. It's like one of those easy up tents, and it's only like $100, $120 or something like that. On top of all this, we have some towels, we have some blankets, there's a fan up here. I actually do have like, you know, a tool bag right here that has like hammers and screwdrivers and all that stuff. Behind there, that you can't see, I don't have like a high lift jack or bottle jacks or anything like that. I have a regular, you know, workshop jack. That's my jack that I have, and it's working. Sure, it's a lot of weight. I could probably go and get a smaller one, but I'm starting this trip with what I have. I can probably go with a smaller one. Also in here, I have my girlfriend's backpack for all of her knickknacks and paddywhacks. I don't know, just a bunch of crap. In this bag here, actually, this is a badminton set, like a quick and easy badminton set. Back there, I have my tripod. Literally, things just get thrown in there, and it's really not that bad in order to grab things. Like once you set up camp, you're pretty much taking this all out, and you have access to all of this. We have water scattered in places. I have shoes there. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I have jumper cables in the side. There's a side pocket right here. There's not really much else that's needed. So I guess the other question now is, like, since this is my first vehicle, this is my first time overlanding, I'm trying to figure out what I need and what I don't need. So I think that memory foam mattress, I can reduce it and try to figure out another solution for that. Maybe I can get rid of that jack and get something smaller for space and weight. I can get rid of the fan. I didn't even use the fan yesterday, and the fan is big. It was just a friend offered it to me. So I was pretty much trying to take as many different free things as possible, what I already have, and figure out if it works. And if it does, cool. But if it doesn't, then I can switch it out. This is all the whole part of what you need to do. You don't need like a whole trailer and a rooftop tent and all this and that. Think you need all these gizmos and gadgets. You actually just should go out and figure out what you need and what you don't need, and go on multiple trips and figure it out. So that's kind of what this trip has been with that. So on top of all of that, I do of course still need to work on the Jeep. I need to fix my linkage. My 4 low works, but my 4 high is kind of weird. My steering wheel is making a bunch of whining noises. My fuel economy is really bad. I think I'm running pretty rich, but all in all, it's working. I'm really liking it. If you have any questions or anything like that regarding any of what's in this vehicle or my future plans or whatever, any kind of questions, please leave them in the comment section below. And I didn't say this earlier, but I'm Braxton Clavens and this is TrailspinTV. Peace.